All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
We got 3, fellas. We got
On the carry, it's Logan. Pretty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Gone.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing is Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Manning. He's looking deep for Bell. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Rosen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Detroit! Detroit! Black 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Nowhere, 22, go nowhere. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them special.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun. Manning. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leopard! Leopard!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 2nd down, Rosen. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Now they try the right side here, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Baby! Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Detroit!
Back to Foxborough after this. And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's looking long for Wooden. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defense.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll go on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go.
On play action, Rosen. And Robinson with a big catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And on the ground they go with a running back. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down. But I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second? And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gone!
Manning to throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff looking right. Shrugs him off. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Leopard!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run it here. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Now let's go!
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Manning now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
Now Manning again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Play action here with Rosen. Past the 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Patriots are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage again, the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down is Manning. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Manning. Steps away to his left. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. Powering his way forward.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Blue 90! Detroit!
Here's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Detroit! Over!
One final try now for Manning. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of
He says they'll host the